All right, I'm going to call the meeting to order at 6:04. Let's get some introductions.
Bill Marquette, Select Board.
Matt Maxwell, Town Administrator.
Troy Carver.
Carver Maxwell, resident.
Karen Hack, resident.
Karen Kimmett, resident.
Okay, Deb, you're,
Deb Tangway, town clerk, town bookkeeper.
yep.
David Barlow, Town Treasurer.
Scott.
We also have Scott and Dave, right, guys? Yes.
Scott, yours is the 0924 number, right?
Yep.
Right click on it. Or click on the rename. Do it, Scott. And then is that David?
Yes,
That is his number,
I looked.
5113, yeah. So here's Scott and David on the phone. They're not unmuting, but,
Okay.
and then Britt just walked in.
Any changes or addition? Oh, yeah, and Brittany Marquette's here. Changes or additions to the agenda?
I don't have any.
We don't have any. Public comment? Jerry, anything?
No.
Okay.
The only thing I was gonna bring up was to make it official that I wasn't gonna be running again.
Okay, well, Phil, or I for one am very sorry to hear that. I think you've done a fantastic
It may
job.
come back at some point,
Yeah.
but
You're a very level-headed guy and you're really good for this town and we're gonna miss you like crazy. All right, Brittany, you're up.
I'm up. Okay, so the town and the Parents Club, formerly known as the Parents Club, now known as Spice, has partnered to provide some food for town meeting. For many years, it's been challenging over the last few years as things have changed and we haven't had town meetings. So going forward, we're just trying to figure out a new way to do things. So for us, in the past, this has not been so much of a fundraiser. We really don't make much of donations that we do get. And we also have a challenge providing lunch, as frequently town meeting gets done early and most people don't stay for the meal, even if we do provide it. So we want to kind of, put out the suggestion of doing breakfast type food instead of lunch. And then figuring out what we want to do, what the town would like in terms of, we can do it where people pay for it. We can do it by donation, we can have a cost, or in the past, the town had done, they pay us a lump sum to provide at no charge to the town people food for the day. So we basically do the legwork. And if any additional tips or donations come in, that's a bonus. So we're kind of asking what the town would like and how we can best help provide.
so
Can you guys hear us? Phil and I kind of talked about this a little bit and we thought that, you know, giving Spice a little bit of money from the town to do this would be good, right, Phil?
yeah, so the thought would be is how much do you think it would be needed?
I don't know. If we can get most of the food donated, that's great, but if we have to go purchase some items, which I'm sure we will have to, it's just up to you guys.
So if you guys were to go out in donations and then if you had to go purchase anything and we reimburse what you had to purchase and then ask for donations at the door. That's yes.
Yes.
Reimburse up to a particular dollar
Yeah.
amount.
Yeah.
Reimburse up to $500 or
Yeah.
something.
Scott and Dave, do you hear
You
that?
guys hear that?
Don't forget to hit *6. *6. I don't know what it is on Zoom. You can't ask them on the phone because it doesn't work.
You can't ask them to unmute.
No.
People sleeping.
Yeah. Scott's probably driving.
Muffins and-
Zoom on mute.
star six.
Yeah, I thought it was. David or Scott? I'm getting Scott. You, Brett, if you wanna go back down, I'll
Just
finish
text
it,
me.
yeah.
Because they're waiting on me.
Thanks, Brittany.
Thank you.
Let's see, I heard Scott when he first came on. Because this isn't gonna work if,
No, there's just you, Phil. It's not gonna work at all.
Scott says yes, 500.
Okay,
How the heck do we do that? Okay, this is gonna be a pain.
all right.
Can you not unmute Scott?
It says ask to unmute.
Yeah, it won't work on my phone.
Yeah. He can't unmute himself.
Can you unmute him?
No,
Okay.
Here, Scott's just thing just.
oh,
came on.
there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Scott says, did you try star six, Scott?
Yeah, can you hear me?
There we go.
You can hear me? Good.
I can hear you now, yep. Okay,
Yeah, so that sounds good to me.
Okay,
okay, so I'll make a motion to reimburse the Coventry Spice for food needed for breakfast at the town meeting up to $500.
good.
So move.
Thanks, Scott.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, good. Okay, next up, we have Karen for the Equity Committee.
Can I sit here?
You can sit there. I think we can hear you. I think our microphone will pick you up.
Tell us if you can't hear Karen.
Yep.
So, I guess I should introduce myself. I'm Karen Hack. I've lived here for 30 years in Coventry. And I've been involved in different diversity groups, equity groups, inclusion groups around the area for several years. And I know that there was recently a equity committee that was developed in Glover, and I know some people on that committee, and I thought it might be, I'm not from Glover, and there's, I don't think anything is going on in Coventry around like an official group, and so I thought maybe it would be nice to, or important actually, to have a group in Coventry to just work on making sure that our town is welcoming to everybody. And I think in general it is, but I don't think it's kind of like an unsaid message, and I think that there's a way to give a message out to, the larger community and let people know who we are around how we really support all different kinds of people, and we want them to live a happy and safe life, and that's what Coventry is all about, at least to me. So I have a lot of information from Glover, and you can go actually on their website and look at that too. I don't know how much you want to know, how much you want to, I don't have any ideas of exactly where it should go. I think there needs to be a committee to decide all of that. So I don't know if people have questions.
I shared with them the Glover, so go ahead, Dave.
Did you say it was on the Glover website?
Yeah,
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. So could we review that and look at it? Maybe you could bring it up at the town meeting also. Can you do that under other business, Matt?
Yes, I can, Dave.
Did I lose everybody?
No, you're good. I'm looking, I'm
Stop.
looking to go there.
Phil's bringing up the website.
Or attempting to.
He's attempting to anyway.
Equity committee. David, since you have your desktop on already, would you be able to share?
I have one copy of some of the things they've got.
I have something too, Phil, if you want to.
David Barlow, that means. Not that it really is, they don't have a lot of information other than their minutes.
I'm looking for something on the Glover's website. Is that?
Yeah, townofglover.com.
My computer, I don't remember.
Oh, wait, gloverequity.org. Glover Equity Committee's mission is to support and promote the development of policies, recommendations, and public awareness through the Glover Select Board that assertively condemns racism and welcomes all persons regardless of race, color, religion, national origin, citizenship, sex, gender, identity, or expression, age, or disability. We strive for everyone to feel safe and accepted in our community. As a town, we formally condemn discrimination in all of its forms, commit to a fair and equal treatment of everyone in our community, and will work to ensure all of our actions, policies, and operating procedures reflects this commitment. The town of Glover has and will continue to be a place where individuals can live freely and express their opinions.
They also have a fact sheet that explains
Yep.
what, you know, what they do and what they believe and what they don't.
So maybe this is we look at and go over.
Yeah, like Dave said, we can mention it at town meeting and, you know, there might be people in the room that would be interested in joining.
So that was my thing, is getting people to join the committee, but then I also kind of thought about some of it. But then reading that, it kind of changed my mind, but I almost went to planning commission too.
Yep.
Like integrate into planning commission.
Mhm.
So, do you want me to come to town meeting and say anything, or
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
what do you want me to say?
Just what you just said.
Yeah, and come like maybe come up with a,
We're interested, the town is interested in maybe forming an equity committee, and is there other people that would like to, you know, maybe sit down and talk about some things that
Okay.
could help?
Yeah, because some of the things that they're doing, I mean, they have book group, and they're doing an event this summer.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have to do any of that.
Right, but I like, they do a thing where they give like a welcome basket.
They have a welcome basket.
They
you
move
have
to
to have-
town, you know, that's nice. Nice.
Yeah.
so I had a discussion with somebody about that today, and they brought up so
Yeah.
Like what, you know,
people coming in and what they're doing
Yeah.
now, how to get involved. That type of thing.
Give a basket full of common products or something.
Yeah.
Give a Gallup cell phone number.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have signs that you can put on your wall, you know.
Right,
And actually,
right.
it's the same sign I have on my driveway.
Yep.
But they give those out.
Okay.
What's your thoughts, guys? That like bring it up at town meeting, see if anybody's interested, and go from there.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I
Right.
think Karen could speak eloquently to it at town meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
Yep.
well,
I'm good with that. Yeah, thanks, Karen.
Okay, great,
all righty.
thanks.
Okay, next up, we have the RFP for the assessors. This has been, it's in your packet, guys. I don't get a chance to go through it. Dave Barlow and I fixed up everything. We changed the hours and the dates, so it's gonna be a 3-year, we're looking for a 3-year contract here. From June 30, or what is it, June 1st to July 30th, I think. 8 hours a week for an assessing clerk. Everything else is pretty much the same.
On the date, is that going fiscal year? or-
Yeah, it was,
June,
the
so it's
dates
June
were,
30th to
yeah,
July,
the dates they had in there were.
July 1st to June 30th.
So I just need you guys to approve this, this RFP, and I'll get it sent out starting tomorrow. We've got, I think there's three firms in the area that'll give us a bid,
So move.
including the one that we currently have. Thanks, Dave.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great. All right, next up, we have liquor and tobacco licenses. Deb?
Hey, the state of Vermont has gone ahead and moved the tobacco and liquor licenses all to online. So what you've typically seen in the past, you're not going to be seeing that anymore going forward. And
So
in
there's
the
no-
past, we never had designation over the tobacco license. We still technically don't, but because they're on the online portal, they still have to go ahead and submit their request, which automatically comes to me as town clerk, which I just technically sort of just approve, send back to them, which goes to the state. So it's a little bit of back and forth between the applicants have to create the request on the online portal. They send it to me. We need to wait for our payment to us. Then I go ahead and let you folks know, these are the licenses that we have received. And then you folks will just be aware. And then technically I'm acknowledging we've received our payment and we're sending our approval over to the state. The state then takes it back into their hands as far as have they met the requirements in order for them to obtain their license for another year. And if so, then it automatically just sends them their license completed, where it doesn't come back to us like it has in the past, and then us present it back to them. So I just wanted to let you know, those were some changes that have been enacted from the state.
I always found it odd that we had to vote on that in the first place. Like, why?
Well, it's still sort of a little bit like within your jurisdiction, but yes, correct.
So is there that, but we did have to sign something before, didn't we?
You did have to sign. It was actually each individual license, but now that has sort of been swiped away with the online portal.
Okay.
There's no more signing that you folks need to do.
Perfect.
It's just me making you
So-
aware. These are the ones that we have received and process them through to the state.
So you'll get us a copy of like, what is it, Little John's, and it's just Royers?
Little
Well,
John's,
okay.
Royers, and Martha's Diner.
Okay, thank
All
you.
Thanks, Deb. All right, next up, we have the Hancock Hill project bids. This is for one of our road grant projects.
Are you opening them or do you have them?
Right here, I'm gonna give it to Phil.
So they have,
Yeah, Dave's looked at it.
what Dave's looked at,
What's the project?
We're replacing a culvert.
the box cover, right?
Yeah.
David?
And we got a grant a year ago or so to cover it, so.
So David looked at these.
He has,
What do we need to do with them?
you need to, motion and approve one of those bids.
So I'll go through.
So
name
I
them
can
all.
let,
Actually,
let
should we
these,
name them all?
let these people know.
Because we just had this discussion with the school building committee about this type of thing. David, you looked at these, is there one?
No, I think, I'll go with, Tim Ruggles' suggestion. He put together the bid sheet and the companies he thought were competent to do it. So I think we should probably just go with a low bidder. It was quite a bit.
Okay, so that's what, okay, so I will name them all off then.
Yep.
We have Daryl Matthews Excavating for $94,210. So there's just differences in dates then, isn't there? I guess that doesn't matter.
No.
Roger Goslin's for $126,000. Alliance Consulting and Excavation. You ran out of paper.
No,
Oh, you're good. Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Alliance Consulting and Excavation for $77,100. And JPC card for $87,247. Which makes the lowest come in at the Alliance Consulting Excavation for $77,100. So
Yeah,
there's,
I'm good with that.
so were there more? Oh, well, there's a bid sheet. They gotta go by the bid sheet. Never mind. Okay, so I'm gonna make a motion to accept the Alliance Consulting excavation bid for $77,100 for the Hancock Hill culvert replacement project.
So moved.
I think Scott should be technically, no, doesn't matter.
Yep. So move.
All in favor?
All those in favor? Aye.
Very good.
It technically does, but. That one's on top, those are all empty. I think garbage. There was extras that. came
Yeah,
in
this
the
is
door
for your next,
Oh, okay.
salt bids. So the next up is our salt shed bids.
Has he seen this one?
Dave has seen both of those, yep.
So what was this just for concrete work?
That's for the concrete work, yep,
How's the rest of it getting built? Or is that gonna be separate?
separate.
Okay, so we are just concentrating on the concrete work
Yep.
for the salt shed. Okay, so we have Richard McAllister. At $16,000 for a 14 by 24. And Roger Goslin's. $26,160, but then there's a cut existing wall for $1,200. And
Yeah.
their scope was 36 by 12 footings. Oh, exterior wall footings on. You compared the
They had,
two?
they had a bigger footing. Their footing was what, 36 by what?
So Roger Goslin's, theirs is 36 inch by 12 inch. And 10 foot by 8 inch concrete wall. 6 inch slab. And then McAllister is. Outside wall dimensions 14 by 24, 10 inch wall. Thickness is 8, wall height is 10, so their footings, yes, their footings are different, so. McAllister's is 20 by 9. Alright, Roger Goslin's is. Quite a bit more, quite a bit thicker at 36 by 12.
What's your opinion on that, Scott?
Well, there's nothing pushing down on it, right?
No, I mean, the salt shed itself isn't gonna be that heavy.
Yeah, I think the footing that, I think the
I
footing
would-
that
I would-
McAllister,
Yeah, I think we should do this. So I spoke with Antoine because there was some things I felt he left out, like the cutting of the wall. And I think I have that in text that, yes, he did include that, but I don't see it on that bid sheet, do you?
For McAllister?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I don't see it.
so I think we should verify that with them. And then if you
If he
guys are
makes
good
it-
with that.
if you made the footing thicker, you could just ask him what it would cost. It'd probably only cost about $1,000 more.
So I think
So-
I was thinking maybe we would accept the Richard McAllister bid and just have Matt clarify with them that that includes the cutting of the wall.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna make it go up $10,000.
Now, I see Mike had 1,200 in there,
Yeah,
and Mike's warned me that it's something we don't want to tackle ourselves, should we hate ourselves.
yeah. Okay, so I'll make a motion to accept the Richard McAllister. Bid for the concrete work of the salt shed for $16,000. Matt will verify that cutting is included or. We'll have to come back and. Add that to it.
Okay, good.
So move.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great, thanks, guys. Okay, next up, we have a speed limit ordinance. The Orleans County Sheriff has been having some problems prosecuting speed limit tickets in court due to our newly paved roads. So I spoke with our attorneys at VLCT, and what we need to do is you guys just need to state in a meeting here that all of our newly paved roads are 35 mile an hour speed limits. I'll post that those are the minutes that where you guys said that at our usual posting places. It's got to stay up for 30 days. If we don't receive any type of petition from a townsperson, then we're good. If we do receive a petition where somebody doesn't like the idea of that, then we have to have a special town meeting and do a whole bunch of other stuff. And
So we currently have an ordinance.
we do.
It would be an amendment to that.
That would be an
ordinance.
an amendment to our current ordinance.
And they said the 30 days.
We've got 30, and according to the VLCT lawyers, we only have to post it for 30 days. If we don't receive anything from anybody in town saying they don't like that, then that amendment becomes part of the
Yeah, I
ordinance.
was just looking up, not that I don't believe
So-
the lawyers, but
So
I'm.
Matt,
Yeah,
that's gonna have to be specific to the roads that have been newly paved. I mean, we're not gonna go
Well,
backwards on all the
No,
roads.
right. Yeah, you're right, Dave. It's just it would be just for the newly paved
Oh.
roads, because those are the ones that they're having problems with in court, apparently.
So my thought of paved roads being 35 would not work.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Right, no, we don't.
Do we have anything else paved that's been paved other than Alderbrook Road, Airport Road? But that was 35, wasn't it? Past the state?
No,
No, it's all 50.
no,
So should we
airport and all the book is
be
50.
calling the roads out? I think they need to be called out in an ordinance when you're just splitting things up like that.
That I don't know the answer to.
Well, we can still make the motion and have
You
you.
can still make the
Check
motion, and I can check on the legal verbiage of what.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
don't think, I don't think making the verbiage of new paved roads is probably the way to go.
That probably won't fly now. But I'm not sure yeah, I did look that up, so I'm not sure exactly if we have to name each. It didn't really say that in what I got back.
Because if you put that in there, people are still gonna question, like, you're not gonna know. I think it's gotta be
Right.
each road. Now, do we have,
Yeah,
Are we paving?
They all have signs, but for some reason, because they
it's the,
paved.
it's the ordinance. The ordinance is only for unpaved roads and you have to have something in there stating paved
Yeah.
roads. Otherwise, it follows under the state of unmarked. Which is weird, because I thought it was unmarked or marked. I didn't think it had to be in the
Yeah.
ordinance. I'll make a motion to, do an amendment to our. Is it the roads policy?
Road
Speed
speed
limit
limit
ordinance. To make the new paved roads speed limit of 35 with Matt verifying if we need to call out road names.
So
So
moved.
moved.
Thanks, Dave.
All in favor?
All right.
I,
And that brings us to the most exciting part of the evening, the treasurer's report.
I think we need to leave now.
Dave noted how quick it's been going, right?
First, you got to wake up the treasurer. Okay, there we go. Hey, Matt, if you want to let me share screens, I can put up the report. That would
Yep.
be helpful.
What do I need to do here, Phil?
Close that.
Okay.
Give them the permissions.
Click on the share arrow. Right next to the share, on the share button, there's that up arrow.
Okay.
No, over, right there.
Yep.
And you don't have it, David?
It's coming in as disabled. You got to do the treasurer desktop. I'm sorry,
Okay.
treasurer desktop.
Multiple participants. Oh, there you go. And close that. It should be good now.
Yep. Oh, look at that. Okay.
Pretty. A lot of red.
Well, that's an exciting report. Just doing the technical stuff. Actually, the report itself, not super interesting, pretty normal month, although we had a lot of reserve fund spending that got accounted for in this month. If we look just at the general fund spending, or general fund without the reserve fund spending, we had a pretty good revenue month because we got a Casella check in January. That accounts for most of the revenue. On the expense side, pretty normal for the month of January. Now, looking down at the reserve funds, the 76,000 under buildings and maintenance, that was for the roof on the meeting house. Under solid waste, 2335, that was for a hazardous waste day, household hazardous waste day. Roads Capital Equipment Fund, $6,795. That was engineering work for the Hancock Hill thing that I heard described earlier for bids. Roads Infrastructure Fund, $1,615. What was that? No, I'm sorry, that was the engineering work. The previous one, the 6,795, was for a pressure washer. I mixed stuff up there. Sorry about that.
Good job.
Reappraisal Fund, $5,902 for the Casella tax appeal. And finally, Community and Economic Development, $2,885 for the sidewalk study. Now, of note, the Buildings and Maintenance Fund should be seeing a plus up of about 50,000. I have invoiced the Vermont Preservation Trust for that grant that they gave us 3 years ago for fixing up the meeting house. So we should be seeing that come in this month, hopefully. And I'm about to submit on the grant that's providing money for the sidewalk study. So the Community and Economic Development Fund should be getting the large majority of that outlay back as well, sometime over the next couple months. You can see the ongoing results with the various investment things, EDP, which is the Edmund Douglas Price for the school, the library, cemetery, and then the town's investment fund. January was a pretty decent month for everybody. Up they went. Kind of been the so what, because we're on all of them for the long term. And with that, if there are no questions, I conclude my report.
Thanks, David.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
Okay, up next, we have the capital program and budget policy.
Oh, that's another Bravo.
That's all, well, you got to approve it. David can explain it if he wants to.
You just share that, David?
Actually, you guys looked at that last time. I thought this was just up for just to get signed.
It's just to get, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we-
just
Yeah, I
something-
just need your signature on it. You approved,
Group two?
yeah,
Okay,
Scott
you
signed it,
approved the changes last time,
okay.
so we should be good there.
but I can only collect one signature tonight. So-
Well, no, Scott came in and signed it.
Oh, he did? Okay, cool.
At least that one will be all set, the warrants are.
Yep. It answers a longstanding problem with the audits. So we got that under control. That's great.
Okay.
Shut up, Austin, send it to me.
Okay. Other business.
I had a couple things, Matt. I couldn't hear at the beginning of the meeting.
Yep,
Are we meeting next week?
no,
We're not. So one of the things I wanted to bring up, I don't know if you would share the Dubois and King slope failure thing with the other two.
I didn't know.
So if you remember early spring, we had reached out to AOT about doing boring in Coventry Station where we're having those slope failures.
Yep.
AOT failed to show up and do that work. They're also failing to answer emails either from me or Jason Savini from AOT on it. And Jason has pointed me in the direction of Dubois and King on this. And I'll just read real quickly. You give me just a second, I think. Okay, so they didn't have their proposal ready for tonight. They're talking 1 day of borings in the roadway with supplementary laboratory analysis, geotechnical analysis of the site, technical memorandum with proposed treatment for the site. His estimate without a formal estimate was $10,000 to $15,000 range. So I was just wondering if we're not going to meet, would you guys approve that? And we could move forward with it. We're going to have to do something.
Yeah, if
I,
there's,
yeah, I'm good with that.
All right. So Brian's still working on his proposal, and we can just have Matt send it around to everybody, and if we agree with it, we'll just go ahead with it, get them started.
what was the price you had?
Yeah.
What's that?
What was the price you had?
What was the what?
The cost.
Price.
$10,000 to $15,000 was the initial estimate. That's not a formal proposal. That should be coming soon.
Should we do more than that?
Should we do more than that? I think we'll be fine.
Well, let's just give you permission up to 18,000, and then
All right.
that way we don't have to send them away. Hopefully it won't be that much. Hopefully it'll be 10, but
Yeah, and we can review it.
it is
We can all
getting bad.
review it through Matt. We'll just let him. We can have Matt forward his proposal around.
Yeah, no, we need to do it right for tonight. So like Scott said, I think you want to make that motion, Scott? That's fine. I
make a motion to authorize Dave Gallup to get some bids for the study up to $18,000.
Is that gonna be get the bids or actually
Should be approval. I think it should be approval to move
You approve
forward.
bid up to 18,000? Does that work, Scott?
Yeah, that works.
Okay,
Okay, that's the
second,
motion, second still, okay.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Is that all you had,
Hey,
David?
Matt,
sorry, Dave.
I ain't done.
Oh, I thought you were.
So I probably should have mentioned this during the salt shed, but then when I got listening to Dave talking about the reserve funds for buildings and maintenance, I wonder if we shouldn't take the salt shed costs out of the ARPA funds.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm okay with that. Why don't we wait till we get a total like on the structure?
All right.
Hey, David, something else that I had thought of with the ARPA funds was you and I had talked about a long time ago was, and we did pay the FCC for that frequency, right? Back this.
Yep, as
Okay.
far as I know.
I was gonna reach out to, I think it's Radio North, and see about getting radios done for you guys.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea. I assume Pedro has kept us up to date on the licensing.
Yeah, the license, yeah, Matt and I took care of that this summer, so
Yep.
that's good. So I saw somewhere else that had done that. I'm like, you know what, that's a good idea to use that funding
Radios
for.
radios for the town
Mhm.
trucks. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
I
Keep
always,
us off their cell phones.
Mr. Barlow, do we need to make a motion on at least the salt shed thing to pull out of there? Or do we just go?
well,
Yeah, I would make a motion. But you don't really know how much it is, do you?
No, do we just know the concrete work at this point?
Okay, well, you can start with that. But yeah, I would motion that so we have it on record.
I'll make a motion to use the ARPA funding instead of the building and maintenance for the salt shed.
So move.
So far for the concrete up to 18,000 by McAllister. So second, so move.
For concrete.
all in favor?
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Good. Okay, Vermont Electric would like to upgrade the security lights in the village.
Yeah.
Is everybody okay with that?
Is it gonna cost us anything?
Nope.
It's probably gonna drop our bills.
They just want to make sure that you guys are okay with using a newer, more cost-efficient model. It's gonna look different, that's all. They just want to make sure you guys are okay with it.
Do they say cost efficient and what it's gonna be?
Yes, as a more cost efficient model.
Doesn't say how much it's gonna save us. does
No,
it?
it just says the efficiency Vermont is paying for the cost of these upgrades, so there'll be no cost to us individually,
That's because this right here.
right? That's how I told you to look at that. All right, and then I got, Scott's already signed this. Dave, you'll have to come in tomorrow and sign the highway mileage thing. I'm gonna give it to Phil right now.
No changes.
No changes.
Scott, you were gonna say something.
I was just gonna say, the only thing about upgrading the lights, and I'm all about saving electricity, but you may want to ask what the difference in the color of the bulb's gonna be. You know, if it's like a super bright fluorescent that's blinding. You know, you just want to ask some questions. That way, if
Yeah.
they put them up and they're like horrible.
You're
Okay,
actually right. Because I remember when we put the current ones in there, it was just a gas at how bright they were, you know, so it does impact different people differently.
yeah, they gave me a number to call in this letter, so I'll give them a call in the morning and find out what the deal is.
All right.
And maybe we could see them somewhere. You know, maybe they installed them somewhere.
Okay,
Give us a reference point.
I'll ask if they've got them anyplace else and then see if we can.
Field trip.
Yeah, field trip.
I'll make a motion to accept the certificate of highway mileage for year ending February 10th, 2023 for Coventry at 52.296 miles.
So move.
Okay,
Second, or all in favor?
I
okay, Phil, town roads and bridge.
Let me
You
read this out.
don't have to.
Certificate of compliance for town road and bridge standards. Oh, this is the thing that we do every year,
Yes,
and it needs to be filled out, right?
yeah, but I can fill it out.
So I make a motion to, this is accepting it,
Yep,
to accept the certification of compliance for town road and bridge standards and network inventory.
So moved.
thanks, Dave.
All in favor? Aye.
All right.
Okay, the last one is the tax map maintenance proposal. Our current tax map maintenance contract expires April 1st, 2023, or actually expires March 31st, 2023. And this would be the next year.
So where's the price? You got town report open
Do I have a town report up here?
for our budget?
No.
Because this happened last year.
You have to go grab the town report.
Barlow, do you have a budget right there?
You want the one that's in the town report coming out?
Yeah, or does anybody remember what was put in there for this?
Yeah, hang on, I got it. It's just gonna take me just a second. I think.
Client shall pay $2,100 for the map.js maintenance services under this contract. If property record cards, including building sketches, are provided, the client shall pay an additional $15 per building added or changed. If there will be no additional charge, there will be no additional charge if property record cards are not provided. I don't understand that one. Okay. $2,100 is what this is.
We got 1,900 on the budget for it.
Came up last year.
That's the one that's proposed fiscal year 2024 budget, 1,900.
So the same thing happened to us last year, and it's kind of like,
So
it's not a huge deal. It's not a huge deal as far as money, this $200-300.
it's just the fact we're
But,
getting.
yeah, we get it after our budget's are set.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes in at a weird time of year.
So, maybe mention that to them that we need this before like November.
I will mention that to Kate tomorrow.
I'll make a motion to accept the CIA,
Yep, CAA.
CAI tax map maintenance contract for processing from April 1st through April 1st, 23 to March 31st, 2024 for $2,100 plus $15 per building if there's a property card included.
So move.
All in favor?
I,
Okay. Next up, we have the approval of minutes from January 16th, January 19th, January 27th.
Did you guys look at them?
I read
I
it.
did.
All good?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Go ahead.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from 1/16/23, 1/19/23, and 1/27/23.
So move.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I,
Okay, next up is the warrants.
Did you guys look at the warrants?
I-
think I did.
I glanced through them. I didn't see anything that really stood out. I just,
Oh, was the sheriff's department one corrected?
The
Yeah, they
sheriff's,
fixed
the
that.
sheriff's department, we have to leave out of this one because, and then Deb will get us a new AP with it.
Yeah, those 3.5 hours they charged us for Derby.
Dave Barlow, do you want to mention about the Vermont Construction Company 35, or you want me to explain it and then you just tell me if I said it right?
Go ahead, Matt.
Okay, so remember we paid Jim Fitzgerald, the painter, an extra $3,500 for problems up there, whatever. He fixed some stuff that the roofers did on the top up there. Anyway, Jim never cashed that check and we can't get a hold of him. We've tried repeatedly. So anyway, that check's still out there, hasn't been cashed. We've since been sent a bill from Vermont Construction Company for that $3,500, claiming that they did the work to fix the thing. It was the recommendation of the town treasurer was to just pay Vermont Construction Company the $3,500 and be done with it.
There's no warrant for that right now, right?
Did I get
No.
that right, David?
Well, mostly, yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's
are we
basically,
gonna cancel,
we
are we
didn't-
gonna cancel the other check?
yes.
Okay,
So essentially, we're only gonna pay for it once. Now we're paying a different person for it, I guess.
Yeah, I would say it was just work that, if it had been deconflicted, if we had deconflicted it, it wouldn't have happened. But it was the roofing company was flashing around the steeple. You know, they replaced siding that had already been painted. The painter had to go back and paint it. You know, everything had to be done. It was all work that was legitimately, the timing of it could have been better.
it was that company that did it, but we were originally going through the painter, right?
Yes.
So, okay, and our check hasn't been cashed, so yes, okay. It's not like they're trying to get double paid.
No.
No.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
So Deb, you'll get if you want to do that sooner than later, we can do what we usually do.
I was gonna wait and have it in with the 227 AP run
Okay,
for your next select board meeting.
okay. So I'm gonna make a motion to accept the warrants as they are, with the exception of voiding the Orleans County Sheriff's check 2613 as they are.
So
Yes.
move.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
When are one of you guys back?
What's that?
Can someone get in and sign these, or should we do like an electronic thing?
Either Matt can bring them to me tomorrow or I can sign them. I'm just in a meeting.
Scott,
Okay,
if I don't see Dave.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. We just need a motion to adjourn.
I just have one quick question for Gallup.
Go ahead.
Back to the
Yeah.
Dubois King work for the slope side, is that going to be payable out of a reserve account or just the regular check-in?
What was happening again? I didn't hear you.
where's the Dubois King gonna come out of when that happens, the reserve account or general?
I guess that'll be up to you guys. What do you
Probably
want to hold
road
on?
infrastructure, right?
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
assume.
I would think so. Yeah.
So out of reserve?
Yeah, David
Yeah.
Barrett, what's your thoughts? Agree? Road and infrastructure,
What are we talking about again?
the slope and
The borings on Coventry Station Road.
Yeah, if you guys want it, it's road work,
Yep, okay,
is it?
Then the only thing that Moni changed is that motion should reflect that the Moni should be coming out of that reserve account.
yeah, he's putting that in there.
Okay,
So on this Efficiency Vermont letter, it may behoove us to get an electrician to come in and give us a quote to change out our lights. I can get a hold of Dan at Gates and Jason at D&D if you want.
Yep.
Deb, you talk to Jason, he,
I can call Jason.
or Matt can call.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll get them to that.
All right.
I'll get a hold. Ceiling lights. Since there's rebates now at the moment,
All right, adjourn us, somebody.
I make a motion to adjourn.
So
So
move.
move.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you. Thanks, Phil.
have a good night.
Good night, everyone. Thanks. Gonna miss you, Phil.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys later.
See you later. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, bye.